not to teach women how to take vacations, because they know how to do that. Everyone says you have to go so far to change your life. But what if it's not about where you go at all? What if it's about how you show up for yourself? Hey love, I'm Solo. Welcome back to Solo Sanctuaries, the space where women learn to choose themselves again, trust their inner voice, and transform on the deepest level through intentional solo travel. I have always loved travel. Even when I couldn't afford to go to far places, I would have road trips, for myself, my family, my children, etc. I've designed birthday trips for myself for years. Even going back to my first solo trip, that was for my birthday in 2015. So I've traveled solo, with people, with group. I've gone far, stayed close, done the whole thing. Anything related to travel, I love it. So this isn't coming from someone who doesn't like travel, because I love it. But there's been times, and I'm thinking of one birthday in particular where it felt different. For the first time, I didn't actually want to be like gone. I didn't want to hop a flight. I didn't want to drive far. But I did want to, what I thought, get away. I wanted an experience. And honestly, I was a little bit annoyed with myself about this. I was like feeling some type of way that I didn't really want to go on a long trip, and also feeling some kind of way that I wasn't like forcing myself to do it. I remember thinking like, well, why don't I just go on the trip? Why don't I just plan something? But then it hit me. You don't have to go anywhere. I booked a hotel right in my city. A nice one too, because I deserve it. And I gave that experience a name. And that part mattered more than I realized at the time. But I didn't want it to just be another staycation. And I didn't want to call it my weekend away. I was going through a transition in my life at that time. I was starting a period of transition, actually. I didn't really know how much of a transition I was in, but I knew something was changing. I was feeling different. So that was my magical, spiritual awakening birthday celebration. Not because I knew exactly what that meant yet, but because I knew that moment in my life deserved to be honored. I designed the weekend around the way I wanted to feel, pampered, cared for, quiet, adoring of myself, present, long baths, candles, time alone, time with my significant other. I went to a spa in my own city and had one of the best massages of my life. It was magical. Since I am a Sagittarius, my birthday is in December. So I did a lot of thinking about the year ahead, what I wanted to learn, what I wanted to create, and who I wanted to become. I even planned a photo shoot, and this was not for content. This was not for Instagram. I wasn't even posting on social media at this time. It was literally for myself. At first, I thought that staying local meant that I was settling. But when I left from that hotel, it was only 2 days. But I felt so full, so free, so relaxed, grounded, clear. I didn't feel like I had missed out on anything. In fact, I felt like I had designed everything exactly the way that I wanted it. And that's when I realized I hadn't turned my city into a getaway. I had turned my city into a gateway, a doorway to the next version of me. And that weekend taught me something that I carry until this day. It wasn't about, and it never is about, where I go. It's about how I show up for myself. And I want to say this very clearly because I know someone needs to hear it. You don't need a big grand trip to create something magical, something meaningful. You don't even need to leave town. Technically, you don't need to leave your house, and I have done it, but that is more challenging, I'm gonna tell you, because staying home means somehow we have to get rid of all these other distractions and people and things and everything that pulls our attention. But it can be done. If all you have is one day, one night, that's something you can work with. Even if all you have is a couple hours of a long time, we can work with that too. I'm also speaking to the woman who does travel a lot, because I did travel a lot. If you're always going somewhere new but coming back feeling the same, it's because travel doesn't do the work. We have to do the work while we are on travel. Movement without intention, it doesn't change us. Distance in of itself doesn't create transformation. Presence does. And that's why I created solo sanctuaries. Not to teach women how to take vacations, because they know how to do that, but to help them create intentional experiences, a sanctuary where they have time to reflect, learn to choose themselves, trust their inner voice, and literally transform their lives. So whether that's for you across the world or in the city where you are right now, it really doesn't matter. If you've been craving something more than a getaway, comment sanctuary below and I'll send you the link to my free solo travel guide. And remember, no matter where you go, the journey is always back to you.